Hi, I'm Christy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have a book haul for you. So today I have a book haul of about 45 books, so we are going to quickly get into all of them. I have a ton of special editions. You know, those are my favorite things to buy and collect, as well as just some new releases, some new favorites, some pre-orders, book mail, all the things. We're going to quickly jump into it. So first up is House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. This, of course, is book 3 in the Crescent City series, and I am obsessed with Sarah J. Maas. I'm obsessed with this series, obsessed with this book. Love it so, so much. I ended up pre-ordering the Walmart special edition with the bonus chapter, and so I am currently actually rereading this, highlighting and tabbing and doing all of the things, doing a physical reread. So I am like in-depth, extensively reading this one and marking all of the things. So yeah, this is House of Flame and Shadow. Of course, one of my favorites of the year, my favorite book of the year so far. Loved it so, so much. Of course, I'm wearing a Crescent City inspired sweatshirt today as well, and I love it. Next up, I was sent a physical arc of Takeover by Nana Malone. The author reached out to me and asked if I wanted to read this one, so I said heck yes, after she told me that it is a modern day King Arthur retelling, which is one of my favorite things of all time. So I believe this one is Alpha Billionaire, Arranged Marriage. I think they work together, Forced Proximity, things like that. This one comes out on February 20th, I want to say, and I am very excited to get into it. We ordered Mislaid in Parts Half Known by Seanan McGuire. This is book, I want to say book 9, possibly, in the Wayward Children series, one of my all-time favorite series. I love this series so, so much. They are just very short little novellas. I'm obsessed with them. They have darker themes, kind of deal with identity and your place in this world or place in other worlds. This is like a portal fantasy. Just so, so good. I love this series 2 pieces. So yeah, this is the newest one that just came out in January. I loved it, gave it 5 stars. This was my pre-order physical edition. Then in January, I was on a Ruby Dixon binge, and so I had to grab this Rizdiverse Tales, which is a bind-up of 4 of the novellas in the Rizdiverse series. So I read them all and loved them. 2 of these are like my favorite novellas from her, which is The Alien's Mail Order Bride and When She's Bold. I love those ones so much, and I just loved like a bind-up of it. Plus, it is just so pretty. Book of the Month did an add-on for Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver, so I was excited that they were kind of branching out and doing some darker romances, so I wanted to grab it to kind of like show them that please, yes, get books like this for your choices. So this is this one. I did read this one, gave it 4 stars. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like an all-time favorite for me, but like I'm excited to have this hardcover edition on my shelves. Then I went to Barnes & Noble recently, and this one was 50% off, so this is Queen Charlotte by Julia Quinn and Shonda Rhimes, the book that they co-wrote for the kind of show adaptation they did as well. So I love this hardcover edition. This has a reversible dust jacket as well, so like it can be that version as well. I might actually turn that around and have that showing. I haven't decided yet, but I loved the show adaptation of Queen Charlotte, and when I saw this for like 50% off, had to grab it. Also during that book haul day, I went to a couple used bookstores and found these 2 Mariana Zapatas there, so I had like store credit there from when I take books in to unhaul, so I grabbed these with some store credit. So I grabbed All Roads Lead Here and The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. This is the original cover, which I appreciate and love a lot more. This was the version that I read like 5 years ago now when it was on ebook, so I don't own this book yet, so I had to grab it. And then All Roads Lead Here, I haven't read this one yet, but I wanted to check it out as well, and from the tropes and like what people described it as, I feel like I will like this one. So yeah, had to grab these. They were at a used bookstore, like why not? Next up is Loving Romeo by Laura Pavlov. So I was actually sent this version from the PR company, and then I won this edition as well. So I'm very excited to have both because I loved this book, so I gave this one 5 stars. This is a small town, opposites attract kind of sports romance where he is a retired boxer and fighter, and so he's kind of pulled back in to do a match and get back in the ring again. And they are like business neighbors as well. He owns the gym where she opens her coffee shop right next door, and so they kind of clash at first because he hates her family. Her family's kind of like royalty in the town and own all the businesses and do all the things, and he has a grudge for reasons with her family, and so he can't stand her at first but ends up having to kind of step in and protect her at this one time, so they kind of connect and it goes from there. I love this one, and I'm very excited to see the rest of the series. Plus, if you're like me and you love the Rocky franchise, this does have a lot of tie-ins to Rocky, which Laura Pavlov is a fan of as well. I loved all the nods and winks and the references to Rocky in this. Just so much fun. Definitely check this one out if you haven't yet because it dropped in January. Then I have The Gorgeous Ashes of You by Catherine Cowles. This is book 5 and the final book in the Lost and Found series. I have such like bittersweet feelings about this series ending. I love this series so much. If you need a place to start with Catherine Cowles books, definitely recommend this series. This is her newest series and it's just so good. You're going to become obsessed with the Hartley family, which is what this whole series follows. Love this book so much. It just came out like yesterday or the day before when I'm filming this. I loved it and was sent this a beautiful edition. I love the like silver foiling here and the shininess on the spine as well. Just so pretty. So excited to have this one. So thank you to Catherine for sending me this in a PR box. And then I had pre-ordered Heart Song by TJ Klune. This is book 3 in the Green Creek series, which is a paranormal wolf shifter romance series. I absolutely love this book. This is my favorite book in the series. So I had to have this edition because I sadly never continued on of getting the original like indie covers of this series. So I only have the first 2. Sadly don't have book 3, which is my all-time favorite. So I'm very sad about that. But until I track that one down, I do have this gorgeous edition as well. I love the wolves on there, and we have kind of these like shiny holographic moments with the leaves falling. It is just so pretty. Love the green. I don't think there's anything underneath here. Oh, there is. So it's kind of decorative like that, the shattered glass. And then we have that moment as well. Just so, so pretty. All right, so those were all the original editions. Now we're gonna be getting into my special edition haul, which is double the size. So these 4 books were part of the Hello Lovely box recent seasonal box. I think this was the winter box that featured Sierra Simone. And so it came with 3 additional books as well. I'm a rep for Hello Lovely. So if you ever want to shop them, shop their book boxes, their special editions, their swag, their merch, any of that, you can use my code ChristyReadsALot15 to save on any of your orders. So yeah, let's get into this one. So first up is A Lesson in Thorns by Sierra Simone. This is book 1 in her Thorn Chapel series, which I read years and years ago when it first came out. I've never continued on in the series. There is the beautiful cover, kind of burnt pages going on around the edges. Then we also have Hollow by Karina Halley. So here is that edition as well. This box came with 2 other books, which I haven't unsealed yet because I've never heard of them and not sure if I'm going to keep them. But we have Hell House by Dakota Wilde. So here is that one. Then we have Thorns by Ketley Allison. Kind of love this cover, so I might check these out actually because the covers are really cool. I've just never heard of these 2, so let me know if you have, if you've read them, any of those things. Next up, I had pre-ordered the Fairy Loot edition of From Luke Off with Love. I absolutely love this edition, the holographic on it, the sprayed edges. I thought this was just such a pretty edition. I have yet to read the book, but I couldn't pass up this beautiful, beautiful edition. Back as well as the hero. Like I said, I haven't read this one yet, but it was too pretty to pass up. So if I loved it, I wanted to have it. Then I have Fall of Ruin and Wrath by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This was from the Bookish box. And so here is this really pretty edition. Has the sprayed edges there and on the back. Here is the interior. Ooh, the underside is super pretty as well. So we kind of have the same design going on the exterior of the book. So pretty. And then it has a reversible dust jacket as well, which is just so stunning. Can't decide if I like the dark version or the light version better. Either way, it's stunning. And I was sent this beautiful edition of Twilight of Embers by Tessa Hale. This is the first book in her Dragons of Ember Hollow series. And this is just such a stunner. I love the cover. We have sprayed edges as well, if those will show up, and the back. This is just so stunning. The gorgeous interior as well. I had an audio advanced listener's copy of this one in January. It came out in January as well. Loved it so, so much. One of my favorite reads of January. I love this book. You definitely need to check it out. It has dragon shifters. It's paranormal. It is why choose, but this is one of those why choose where all of the characters feel so different and unique. I feel like a lot of the times why choose, some of the heroes all feel the same. Not the case with this book. They all feel so different. I love them all. I do love some in particular more just because I'm into moody broody type of heroes, but that's just me. They're all so good, obsessed with the story, leaves off in a cliffhanger, and I can't wait to see where book 2 picks up, which comes out in April. So excited to have this gorgeous edition on my shelves. I was sent a PR box from the author and I am obsessed. Next up, these 4 were part of the Eternal Embers and Madison Fox collab box that they did. So they were Madison's favorite books and they did special editions of them. So first up is Baby and the Late Night Howlers by Catherine Moon. This is just so pretty. I love the shiny foil on here. On the back as well. I haven't read this one yet, but I definitely want to. I think this is the only one in the box that I haven't read. Next is Drive Me Wild by Melanie Harlow. Obsessed with the red on here and on the back. This one is part of her Bellamy Creek series. So good. So excited to have this special edition copy. Then Lessons in Corruption by Gianna Darling. This is the first book in the Fallen Men series. Obsessed with that silver foiling, and we have it on the back as well. So stinking pretty. Love this one. And also The Bully by Sophie Lark. This is just such a gorgeous edition on the back as well. This book in the Kingmaker series, which is a spinoff from her Brutal Birthright series. Love both of those series so much and so excited to have a special edition copy. Then I had pre-ordered the special edition of Ice Planet Barbarians by Ruby Dixon. This was, I think, from, was it Era Books or something like that? It was ERRA. Just so pretty. I was obsessed with the sprayed edges and the little spaceship UFO there on the back as well with the little Ice Planet hero back there. This came with some stickers and then I loved the interior pages. So pretty. This was a limited special edition run, so they only did 5,000 copies and so they are signed and numbered of which edition you got. Just So pretty. I love the Ice Planet Barbarians series. I have read them all. I love them so much. Love Ruby Dixon. So when I saw this special edition, I had to have it. And this was the recent Dark and Quirky subscription box. They do them seasonally. This was the recent one. We're going to get into them. Again, I have read all but one of these, so let's get into it. First is this gorgeous copy of Lord of London Town by Tilly Cole. Obsessed. If you can see, like the red and purple are shiny on here together. On the back as well. It is just such a stunning edition. They do sprayed edges. They always have like ribbon bookmarks. They just do such a great job with their special editions. Like, look at that. Then there was Next to You by Hannah Bonham Young. This is the second book in her Next series, which I did read this one and really enjoyed it. We have the purple tulips and kind of the silver in here as well. On the back as well. Just so pretty. Sprayed edges. This one, the interior is like this. And this is the one from the book box that I haven't read. So it's When She Unravels by Gabrielle Sands. So here is this gorgeous edition. I love the kind of gold holographic on here. The back, the interior, I believe this is like Mafia. I haven't read it yet though. So yeah, that's that one. And then this edition is so pretty. The Summer We Fell by Elizabeth O'Rourke. This is part of her summer series. Here is this beautiful cover. And the back as well, the beautiful sprayed edges, and then the interior is just stunning as well. So then when I was also at Barnes & Noble recently, I grabbed this special edition of One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. This one is a sapphic time travel contemporary romance. So good. Loved this one so much when I read it a couple years ago. So I saw the special edition and had to have it. I love the pink. We have pink sprayed edges, like light pink. The art on here is so pretty as well. The subway that they meet, the scene on the back of the pages as well. The special edition has this on the front, which says A Time, a Place, a Person. Love that. The pink, just so shiny. And then the Converse shoes as well. And this was from Cover to Cover. So this is The Third Baseman by Lulu Moore. I love this one. This one is a baseball romance, second chance. So angsty, so good. I love this one when I read it last spring. So I had to have this edition. Love this so much. Thought this edition was just so cute and pretty. And like, I'm always down for a special edition of a favorite book. And these four were part of the Eternal Embers like birthday box for one of their creators of the box. So it was like all hockey romances. And a couple of these are my favorites. So I had to have it. First up is Sin Bin by Tegan Hunter. This is part of her Carolina Comets series. So here is this edition. I love the shininess on here. Just so cute and pretty. I love the color scheme. Iced Out by Veronica Eden. I read this one last year and loved it as well. This is part of her Heston U Hot Shots series. Just love the kind of like shiny that they used on the foil for all of these and in the back as well. Scoring to Win by Maren Moore. I haven't read this one yet, but I have read Maren Moore and enjoy her books. So this was part of the box as well. Again, we have that shiny foiling on the font on here. And then this one I haven't read either. This is Breakaway by Grace Riley. I love the gold they used on here. I am a gold girl forever. Then the back, just love these editions. They're so pretty. I love the quality of their books as well. So yeah, had to have that special edition box. Then this special edition copy is from Cover to Cover. So this is Keep Her Safe by QB Tyler. This is a bodyguard romance. So angsty, so forbidden-y, so good. Here is the gold on here. I love the shiny gold. I'm a sucker for QB Tyler special editions. I feel like that's all I collect of her books. I don't even have them like in their original printings. I only get special edition copies. Here is the side with like the palm trees, and the palm trees continued on the back. We have the interior of the hero. They had like 3 books part of a set that you could get, and then they did the kind of like one-offs or scratch and dent sale or extras after the fact, and so I waited and got that. Then I got just this one because the other 2 I already have like special editions of, and I really love just the gold on here and the design. So yeah, there's like nothing I can see wrong with this one. So sometimes like scratch and dent sales are definitely worth getting because it might be like a little nick, a little corner that is off, but like otherwise absolutely stunning. Then Latte Darling by S.J. Tilley. This was part of the Trope of the Month book box for Hello Lovely. So they do one trope every month and changes it up. It comes with the book, and then it comes with like a swag item. So this one was like a bookmark, which kind of matches the theme. I did read this one, and it is a wild and fun time. This author I feel like just delivers on entertainment and fun and esteem. This one is ex-boyfriend's dad romance, and it was just a fun time, age gap, all the things. I feel like the heroine was curvy as well. This author writes a lot of like curvy heroines. Just a fun, entertaining time. And this one was also from Cover to Cover. So this is Offside by Avery Keelan. This again was one of my favorite hockey romances from last year, so I had to have a special edition copy. So here is the blue on here, and then on the back as well. This is just a very, very chunky book. And this special edition was one that I had pre-ordered. I think this was from a Books for Days crate. So I saw this and had to have it as a Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin, a special edition. This is my 4th copy of this book. I love this book so much. You can't stop me. If there's a special edition, I'm gonna grab it. So here is this cover. Then we have the kind of sprayed edges and the back as well. But this book is so pretty. I love the art in here. It came with some not suitable for work art, which I will not show. Have a reversible dust jacket as well, which actually might turn it around and put this version on the outside. And then the naked hardcover is stunning as well. I kind of love this as it is too. Like the compass and the gorgeous seascape on here, just so, so pretty. And we have the heroes on the back as well. All right, so there it is turned around as well. I just love this edition. It is so stinking pretty. And then last but certainly not least was this special edition book box from Dark and Quirky. So this was a collab box that they did with some booktubers, which are my friends. And so I had to support and have these, especially since some of these are like my favorite books as well. So let's get into them. First up, Devil of Dublin by B.B. Easton. I love this one so much. Mafia, Irish, second chance, kind of childhood friends to lovers. Love this book so much. There is this gorgeous edition, the back as well. They all have sprayed edges and super stunning like interior art. They came with art prints and overlays as well. Between Hello and Goodbye by Emma Scott. I love this book, one of my favorite reads of, I think, 2022, possibly? Yeah, I think so. Love this beautiful edition. So stinking pretty. The colors are really gorgeous as well. The sprayed edges. The interior with a couple in the ocean. Always Been You by QB Tyler. Again, I collect special editions of QB Tyler books, so here we go again. So here is this one, and then the back with the hero. We have the sprayed edges of kind of like the dark night sky, and then the interior of the cityscape, and then Real by Kennedy Ryan, one of my favorites. Obsessed with the kind of bubbled up font on here as well. It is just so pretty, the holographic, the film strip on the sprayed edges, and the back. The interior is just stunning. Love this edition. And then this is the only one I haven't read. So this is Hawk by Jessie Hall. Haven't read this one, but I really love the teal on here. It is just so striking against the black background, and then the interior as well. Oh, and I actually forgot I have some historical romances to haul as well. So I was sent It Takes a Rake by Anna Bennett from the publisher. I did read this one and really enjoyed it. This is the third book in her Rogues to Lovers series. Love the cover so much. This one just came out in February. The next are all used ones that I grabbed. So this is It Had to Be a Duke by Vivian Lorette. This is the first book in her Liars Club series. I have heard amazing things about this one. I think it came out in like November or December of last year, and I know a lot of people loved it. So I want to get to it and found it at a used bookstore, so I grabbed it. And these next two are part of the Historical Hellions book club picks, which I am a co-host for, which is a historical romance book club. So for the next 6 months of book picks, these are the only two that I didn't have. Tempt Me with Kisses by Phoebe Kahn. Obsessed with the blue and the sunset on here. So pretty. This one is our March pick. And then this stunning edition of Come the Morning by Shannon Drake. This is a hardcover, but I had to have it because I am obsessed with this medieval gorgeous cover. This one is our June pick, and I cannot wait to get to it. It is medieval. This book, like Shannon Drake, is the pen name for Heather Graham, so I am very excited to get into this one as well. I saw that the author actually wrote about her own family history for this book, so I am very excited. All right, so we are all caught up with my recent book haul. Let me know in the comments if you have picked up any of these books as well, if you have read any of these, if you saw any favorites in here that I mentioned I haven't read, that you're like, you need to read that immediately. Let me know that as well. If you want to leave me an emoji instead to let me know that you watched this video, maybe leave me a fire symbol for my sweet baby Lahaba on my sweatshirt for Crescent City, since I am obsessed with her, obsessed with this sweatshirt. So yeah, do that in the comments. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, and I will see you in my next one.